welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Jennifer, or first time you're here, welcome. Today's video is gonna be still gonna be an eyeshadow look, but it's gonna be a little different. I am going to review a new palette that just launched. I think it launched, I'm trying to think, like late last week or early this week. But anyways, I am going to review the Amor y Mariposas Melt palette. Now before we get into it, I just want to quickly say that I do have $35 and $40 mystery boxes available in Poshmark. I'll link my account. I'll link the decluttering series, which you can see what I decluttered to get an idea what could come in the box, and that's it. So let's go to the palette. This is the packaging. This is so pretty, guys. Like the mariposas or butterflies, and then like the rays coming off. It's just, it's beautiful, guys. And then here's the packaging in the front. I mean, so pretty. Here's the back. I did do swatches of this on a short, so if I'm able to link the short, I'll link the short so you can see the swatches. Comes with a big mirror, and here is the palette. It is just so pretty. Oh my god. Now this is going to be a two-part video. I'm going to do the eyeshadow look first, and then I'll do a full face of makeup. But this is going to be a separate video. Trying to put content up for next week. So let's just get started with this look. Like always, I'm going to start off with the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas base. Now, let me try to get everything ready. Their Black Friday sale just started. So I've said this in a couple of videos that it was either a 50 or 51% sale. It is a 51% sale. So you can, if you're interested in trying out this clean canvas base, which is honestly my holy grail, it is now available. Instead of $22, it's available for just under like under $11, like $10.70 something. So I bought two, well, three altogether. I bought two in the medium because that's the base color I use for my lids, and one in white. And trust me, if I bought like a regular price, it would be like $66 and taxes and all that. Instead I bought it for like $30-something. So if you've been interested in trying out this particular base, I would say go now and snatch it up and try it out. They do have different shades. I use a medium. They have the white, and then they have cacao, and they have, I think it's called just Fair. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just called Fair. So a cacao is pretty much, if you're have deep skin tone color, then cacao would be the one. And then fair obviously is if you're more light skinned, then that would be the one to choose. Now I bought the white because I heard when you have very light pastel colors, if you want them to really pop and shine, then having like a white base is a way to make them really bring out the color even more. So that's why I bought that one to try it out. Now let's see. I don't know. I mean, for me, automatic is the purples, but I've done quite a few purple looks. I think I'm gonna stick with Celito, no, Celito Lindo. I'm not sure if I'm saying completely right. Yes, I do speak Spanish, but not perfectly. Cariño, which is here. Sentimientos is this one. Sentimientos. And Michoacan is this one. Michoacan. Michoacan. Oh, guys. I have the pressure of speaking Spanish. I don't know why it doesn't come out right. And okay, I can't say this one. I'm not even going to try. Like I said, I do speak Spanish, but it's not the greatest. I think I'm going to stick it to that row only. So, I think I'm gonna do... First I'm going to start off with this Hank and Henry brush. It doesn't say what, if a number or anything, just Hank and Henry brush. I'm going to use Cariño as the inner. There's a little tiny bit of pickup in the pan, not too much. So when I do my full face of makeup, be nice. And that's what I'm gonna say, because I haven't done a full face of makeup in like over 6 months. Like way over 6 months. I think it's gonna be almost a year since I've done a full face of makeup. Like, I don't know. I haven't done it for some reason. I'm gonna go back to doing that because even though I did declutter makeup, I'm still getting makeup through subscription box, and yes, I'm still buying makeup. So I am trying. That's the shade Cariño. I'm trying to get back into doing full face of makeup so I can finally start using up the products I kept and that I am getting through subscription boxes. Well, I am getting makeup, but I'm trying to be more conscious about buying like more foundation or concealer or setting powders, or I'm trying not to buy those particular products that have more than enough to last me for still a long time. So I'm trying to be more conscientious about that. So if I buy makeup, I'm trying to just stick with eyeshadows. But even then, I've been putting up a lot of swatches of new makeup I've been getting. It's just, there's certain seasons that for some reason makeup lines just, I fall in love with the palette because they're so pretty. Like Valentine's, Halloween, and Christmas always seem to be the time I buy the most. So I am definitely gonna, with all the new eyeshadow palettes I bought. Now, when I mean new, it could mean new, like it is literally a new launch, like this particular palette, or it's new to me. Like I just bought the Circo Loco palette by Natasha Denona. That's not new, it's been out for a while, but I've been trying to wait to see if there's like some kind of sale going on or even a 10% discount again. I know, look, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and I'm just gonna get it. Even though it hurts so much because that's a $129 palette. Like, that's a lot to swallow. Okay, so I am gonna combine the shades Sentimentos with this one I cannot pronounce. I'm gonna mix the shade, but I am definitely, I think, I want to say after today, yes, I did buy the ColourPop Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer palette But not only that, I'm just gonna announce it in this video. I also bought one. I only bought. I usually go crazy and I buy like the whole entire collection, but I decided like no, you don't need all of that because you're not gonna use it, but you're probably gonna declutter it in the future. So, serious of the money, and I just bought the lippy sets. They had like you can buy them individually or you can buy them as a set. So I bought the set. So I got both lippy sets, and I bought the eyeshadow, and then I used the code Allie. Now, that code Allie is not for Allie Dawson, it's from Allie Glines. And I saved myself 10%. And I just bought the palette and the lippy set. But then I went back on ColourPop, and I've been seeing a lot of people like rave about the Mandalorian, not the first one, the Child palette, not the actual Mandalorian palette. But I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna buy the set. I'm gonna buy the Child and the Mandalorian. So I did that, and I decided to pick up an extra Rudolph palette from ColourPop. So whenever I get that, I'm gonna try to do a review on the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer palette. Do a review on that, and in that video I'll do the giveaway for the extra palette I bought. But that will be in that video in the future. So, something to look forward to, guys. Okay, so for the shimmer, I want to do Michoacan. Oh, I can't. I don't know why I can't, but here it is. Trying to find a good middle shade. Combine the two. And that might not work completely. See if I put just a little bit more. Trying to make my eye looks a little bit more quicker, like definitely trying to keep it under 20 minutes, but then also maybe if I can put it like under 15. Then I think I'm going to put the other shimmer shade of that roll on top. Let's see what happens. That is either going to be a complete disaster or it's going to work. Honestly, I'm just playing in makeup. I am not a professional. I don't think I'm a beginner, honestly. I'm going to say I'm an amateur. I'm a novice. Novice. Yeah, I think a novice is before. I'm going to use the shade Celito Lindo as the top, put on top of the other shade, the Michoacan. No, oh, okay, something's happening, okay. Okay, I like that. Trying to put it on top so maybe I can create a color. Okay, I'm liking this. I am liking this a lot. Yes, it looks a little crazy right now. Not the cleanest, but I'll clean that up right once I'm actually done. Okay, so for the under eye, okay, let me see. There might be a slight, never mind, I'm going to say slight staining, but no. For the under eye, I don't know, obviously I wanted to go with this look. I don't want to go too crazy. So I think, I wonder what would happen if I've combined all three matte colors. You know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to combine all the three mattes and just see what happens. Let's see. I don't know what's going to happen, honestly. I'm going to use that as the under shade, or my under eye shade. And I'm going to connect it. Oh, actually I like that. I kind of like a... I'm horrible at describing colors. I'm gonna say that right now. Like a... Definitely a green color, but a... hunter green, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. That's the look. Now I'm gonna clean up the look, obviously. Let's clean it up. So it's not too like, what the hell? Okay, now let's clean up the upper eyes. So there's a little bit more cohesiveness. There we go. Now I'm gonna put on my ColourPop Act Natural Defining Mascara. Now this definitely doesn't dry down. Meaning, I don't know, meaning like, I know some mascaras are wet in the beginning, but then eventually they lose that. This one has not, and I think it's been open for 2 weeks now, and it's still very wet, so it's a wet formula. And yes, it is brown, but honestly, you can't tell that it's brown. And that's it, guys. That is the look. We're using this Melt Cosmetics Amor y Mariposa palette. Now, yes, I did just use this row right here, but from like the shimmer and the mattes, as you can see, there's pigmentation. If you want, you don't have to take a lot to build it up. Obviously, this is a very intense color scheme or look, and I like that. I like that. So for me, I love this. This palette, honestly, the formula, if the formula is pretty much the same for the rest, then the way these work, this first row, two thumbs up. Well, one each, but you know, thumbs up. Definitely, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed it a lot. And the shimmer, very buttery, very soft. And you don't have to tug, you don't have to like really, just soft and buttery. I definitely highly recommend this palette if it's still available. I will link it in the description box below. Now, it is pricey because Milk Cosmetics is more on the luxurious end, because the palette, I believe, is $70. Now, the reason I picked it up was because at first I wasn't going to, but then I looked at the promo photos, or rather, the first original promo photos, just, I don't know whether it was the lighting or something, it wasn't very good. I'm like, okay, no, I'm not interested. But then when I saw the other promo photos they released, I'm like, I want it. And the deciding factor is because I got a code. I don't know if that code is valid anymore. I tried it and it said it wasn't. So they gave me a code of LOVE25 and it took 25% off this palette. So instead of $70, I saved 25% off this palette. So that is why I got it, because I got it I got it cheaper than the original price. But honestly, even for $70, it's still good to me. Highly recommend. I mean, if you can't, then I would say, I think that they offer Afterpay or Sizzle or one of those, you know, not for installment payments. But honestly, guys, I highly recommend. As you can see, it really didn't take a lot of time and effort to create this look, and I would definitely get my hands on this. So hopefully you enjoyed this review, my first ever new makeup release or / new to me palette. And you give it a thumbs up, you subscribe to the channel, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!